What's up, guys? It's Daniel Farley again, aka Othniel, the Line of God. I'm coming at you guys from Sunnyvale again. I'm in my truck doing some work, and I was just thinking to myself, I had a great workout session this morning with my buddy Jeremy Fisher. He's the youth minister over here at Sunnyvale. Shout out, buddy. Love you. We were doing chest, so we did some flat bench, some dumbbell press, incline dumbbell press, and just loving that, having a great pump, just a good time, just great feeling, great energy in the gym. I love chest day. Everybody loves chest day. I think probably chest and arms for guys are the two top lifts, just something that they just truly, genuinely enjoy. Legs, as a stigma, is usually the one that we hate the most, but we need it the most to gain everything else. To make the gains, you got to go through the pain. That's what it is. Pain and gain go together, like PB&J. And so I'm just thinking about the concept of, making gains and changing our body and going from, one aspect of, what we consider either weakness or less strength or just less strong to more powerful, to more capable, more physical. And the way that we do that is by trying something new. It's by doing something different that has not come natural to the way that we live our lives. We're deviating from the norm. We're going off the beaten path. We're trying something that's going to challenge us in the weight room physically, but it's also going to challenge us mentally. It's going to challenge us spiritually. We have to honestly evaluate ourselves. I think most people get wrapped up in how great they are with whatever aspect of their life that they succeed in, or something that they just do really, really well in. Some people are really great speakers, orators. Some people are really good with technology. They're just good with working with their hands. They're mechanically minded. Some people are really good with money fiscally, so they're very responsible. They're very, they just handle their money really well, and as a result of that, they have a lot of it, and so they're well off, and there's a pride and there's a dignity in that. Some people are genetic freaks. Some people are just strong just stupid strong, man. And so we have all these gifts that we look at, these talents and these abilities, and the tragic situation is that we latch onto that as our identity, and we then use that as a barrier from us becoming better because we're satisfied in that thing. And then what happens is life goes on, and we see people with other gifts themselves, things that they're good at that maybe we struggle in. But instead of using that as challenging us that, hey, that person's really good in their finances, I should become good at that too. Or, hey, that person's really good in their physical life, in their physicality. I should be challenged to make myself better. It's not that I have to become like them. It's not that I have to rise to the occasion, be their level. But I should utilize the challenge to bring myself to a better place of performance. And that's not just, for the application of like the benefit of how we do life, that obviously it'll help us to be physically strong. It'll help us to be mentally strong, to be spiritually strong, to have a great outlook on ourselves and how we view and perceive people and how we treat other people the way that we would desire to be treated, so that we can have a world filled with joy and camaraderie and unity. But it's also beneficial to us just for joy, just for our own personal benefit, just that we would have a more fulfilled life. It makes sense. The two go hand in hand together. Challenge is an opportunity through which we can bring about success. So thinking about that and looking at all the different spectrums in the fitness community, of all the different disciplines that we've got bodybuilding, we have powerlifting, we have weightlifting, we have strongman, we have CrossFit, we have all these different things. We have people that are doing specific fitness areas like the IFBB Pro. Now we have the classic physique, guys like Kalen Von Moger. They're bringing that Arnold look back, You have guys that are doing Kino Body. You have all these different spectrums of how to be physically active. And the danger, the temptation is to look at each one and sort of put it in a pyramid and say, okay, well, this one's better than this, and this one is superior, and this one, that kind of sucks. We should get rid of that, or we shouldn't look at that, encourage people to do that. And really what we need to do is celebrate all these different disciplines, because they bring out aspects of our personality and who we are, and benefits that we can learn from one another. We can benefit and gain from sharing knowledge. In the beginning, when you look at Arnold's experience in Pumping Iron, which I love that movie. Oh man, it's awesome. Seeing all those guys, you got, Franco Columbo, working out with Arnold, pushing him to strengthen his legs, because Arnold didn't have the biggest legs back in the day. He had to work for those quads and for those thighs, man. He had to work for it. Had to work for his calves. But he had somebody pushing him with a different understanding. Like there was a couple guys that Arnold started lifting with, Reg Park, which is one of the guys, if you guys have never heard of Reg Park, look up videos on him. He was one of the guys who played Hercules in the original black and white films back in the day. Reg Park had an amazing physique, just was awesome inspiration physically, strong bodybuilder, but had a great aesthetic. And Reg was one of the first guys that started training early at 5 a.m. It's like a standard now, bodybuilders, you see them going into the gym from California all the way across to the East Coast, West Coast. Everybody's training early, 5 a.m. Got to get it in before the work day, just sort of a work ethic that's inspired for professional athletes. He's one of the first guys that did that. Arnold talks about an experience in a video that I saw where he actually was invited to come and hang out with Reg and train with him for a while. And Reg Park wakes Arnold up at 5 a.m. They go down to the gym and they're doing squats, and they're doing heavy sets. They start with 225, move up to 350, and then they're up to 500 doing squats at 5:30 in the morning. And Arnold's looking at Reg like, dude, what is this? What are we doing here? Why are we doing this? And Reg Park explains to Arnold, he's like, if you do what is difficult, then life itself will become simplistically easy. If you make a point to do what is difficult for you, then the rest of your life, what you find naturally easy or naturally it comes natural to you, will become that much more easy for you. Because what you're doing in the gym is you're not just training your body, you're training your heart and your mind and your spirit. You are purposely doing something that is difficult. And a lot of people face challenges today, and they just quit. They just give up. And it's not because they're losers. It's because we live in a culture that just sort of accepts the idea that, hey, you know what, if it's difficult and it brings stress, maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe we should just give up. Maybe we should give up on our marriage. Maybe we should just give up on fitness. Maybe we should just give up on our job. Maybe we should just give up on our education. Maybe we should just give up, instead of saying, you know what, this is difficult and I'm not the best athlete. I'm not the best student. I'm not the best husband. I'm not the best wife, but I can get better. I can get stronger. I can get more capable. And if I push myself and I take an honest evaluation, and I don't look in the mirror every day and say, oh, you're an Adonis or you're a goddess or you're perfect, but I don't look at myself and say, okay, well, you're a loser and you'll never do anything. That's a wrong, either end of that spectrum is a wrong assessment of you. You have potential. You have an opportunity every single day to make yourself better. Over in Mesquite, one of the schools a bunch of my friends went to, Poteet High School. Shout out to the Poteet Pirates. I was homeschooled myself, so I didn't go to school with any of my guys, but I would always go to their football camps and work out with them. And one of the coaches, I remember saying, every day you either get better or worse, but you don't stay on the fence. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. And so what we have to do is look at that and say, you know what? If every day I'm either getting better or worse, then I'm going to work hard every day to do one thing really well. I'm going to try to get a PR in my business. I'm going to try to get a PR in my relationships. I'm going to try to set a PR in the gym. I'm going to try to set a PR with everything that I do, because I can benefit and I can become better. There's always more to learn. There's always more to do. And if we, instead of looking at different disciplines, and saying, okay, well, you know what, I'm really into powerlifting. Okay, so you're into powerlifting and you want to, get really good at your, your bench and your squat and your deadlift. Or, hey, I'm really into weightlifting. I like the snatch and the clean and jerk. Or, hey, I'm really into bodybuilding. I just like having big, giant shoulders and honking legs. And I like to break concrete and just look stupid, crazy, ripped. That's awesome. We can learn from one another. We can help each other in those things. Work out with somebody that doesn't work out the way you do. And when you realize, oh man, dude, this guy can bench press 500 pounds because he's a power lifter. I can't do that, but I've got 20-inch arms because I'm a bodybuilder, because I know how to aesthetically train the peak of my bicep. I know how to make my arm look a certain way so that it appears aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It's full. There's, I've got vascularity, I've got size and definition, and maybe he can bench press 500 pounds, but not everybody that can bench press that much looks aesthetically pleasing. I can help him to achieve those goals and to make himself better in a way that I also want to get better by learning how to strengthen my bench press, how to get that higher. So let's stop having this attitude. And this isn't necessarily, I'm not calling anybody out, I'm not saying this. I feel that in the gym, as I look at it, my experience is that we've really subdivided the culture of fitness into these groups to where if you're a power lifter, you hang with power lifters. If you're a bodybuilder, you hang with, and it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't. There's, when we talk about gym intimidation, what it really is a lack of gym community. That's what it is. We just don't have camaraderie. It's us against the world, and forget everybody else, and this is all about me. And what we do is we make our achievements, which may be great, awesome, and we bring it up here to this pedestal, but we forget that there's other people in other areas that are way better than us, and we can't do things like that. But we could if we just take the time to be humble and learn from somebody else. That's all we got to do, is celebrate, what you've done. Celebrate your achievements, but don't sit on that. Don't settle for that achievement and say, okay, that's it. I'm never going to learn anymore. I'm never going to get any better. When I started off in the gym, I was skinny. I was a tiny little guy. I don't have a picture on me. I'm going to try to get something to show you guys just the difference and the change that's happened. And I never thought I was going to be strong or big. And I'm not huge. I'm not super strong comparatively to all the people out there in the world. But compared to where I started, I've made some incredible changes in my life. And I love it. I love being able to go in the gym and throw 225 in the bar and just rep it out. Just pump, man. It's awesome. I love it. And there was a time when the idea of repping 225 would have been absurd to me. It would have been crazy. I can't do that. But I can now. Because I was willing to listen to other people, I humbled myself, and I said, okay, I don't know how to do it yet. But other people do, and they're doing it. So let me learn from them and let me benefit from them. And then when I have the knowledge, not only do I have it now to benefit myself, but I can pass it on to somebody else. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about today, guys. I just wanted to encourage you guys, listen, whatever your discipline is, whatever you're passionate about, do it. But always look for an opportunity to learn from somebody else. If you have a chance to work out with somebody that doesn't, go by your discipline, dude, take up that opportunity. Use that camaraderie. Learn some tricks. Learn some new stuff. I love seeing collab videos because that is where we get strongest. That's where we get challenged. And when we get challenged, we grow. And when we grow, we rise and we achieve. That's all I got, guys. This is Daniel Farley, Othniel, a.k.a. the Lion of God. I'll see y'all later. Work out hard. Go lift something heavy.